Black fatigue is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one, everybody is tired of loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them in public, you know when they're going to give you attitude at the CVS. Everybody knows it and they want to avoid it. The second group of black people that everybody is tired of is this sort of like fake black bougie intelligentsia who kind of like walks around telling everybody how they're supposed to think or speak or act when it comes to anything black. These are the most privileged black people in the world. These people have built enormous platforms and have so much money, and yet they are still perpetual victims all the time. And all they ever do is lecture white people about how to talk to or about black people, and then they lecture other black people if they don't talk or think or speak in ways in which they approve. Black fatigue is real. Everybody is so tired of both of these groups of black people that they don't know what to do. So yeah, black fatigue is real, and I got it. Black fatigue is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one, everybody is tired of loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them.
Black fatigue for me right now is me constantly coming on this app and seeing you coon ass Uncle Ruckus as token black motherfuckers with a relaxer in your head talking about your own people. Won't even acknowledge the violence and the prejudices done to our own people. So you want to come on here and talk all that shit just to make some content so you can get some proximity to whiteness, so them white folks can come in your comments and cheer you on and clap it up when you wouldn't even be allowed to go down to them sundown towns that they living in and they commenting from. All of these folks come out of the woodworks every time this administration come back around. Every time this administration come back around, these red hat wearing people with them pointy hoods coming up out them woods because they were so scared to say anything because of black fatigue, because of DEI, because the country is being more progressive and they hate it. So they got to go back in their hole and raise their children to be prejudiced, racist, and plaster every bit of violence on the news in front of us. You don't see that's black fatigue right now? When you talk about the violence done towards black Americans, even if violence is done towards white Americans, they're rage baiting us. They're race baiting us. They're plastering the violence against us right in front of our faces on the news, on the apps, on the articles. And not only that, the oppressors, the violent people in this country never get persecuted right in front of our faces. They do it to us every time. That's black fatigue because they want us to feel defeated. They want us, mind, body, spirit, your soul to be defeated and feel like you can't do anything in this world. You know how it is to be a black boy turning into a black man, and you realize as you read.
Hey, what's up everybody? How are you doing? I'm hoping that you are doing fine from whatever you're watching me from. I'm your host and presenter, Jindook Stories, and I'm hoping that you are doing fine. Now, it's always difficult watching white folks, Latinos, Asians, and other groups speak ill about black people. We know anti-blackness has been an issue in the world, but it really pains more to see a black person really become anti-black or talk ill about black people. While to them, it might seem like, I'm gonna be calling you all black folks and you don't need to do that. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. To their eyes, that's what they see. But at the end of the day, we also have a group of black folks, few of them who talk negatively, who push all these stereotypes. But for what? But why? To make white folks happy, or so that they can feel the proximity of being close to white folks, or maybe because of their social strata, or maybe because the people that they've married. And this is a direct illustration of what is called self-hate. You see, back then, because I'm talking from perspective that this man who is talking is an interracial gay, in a gay relationship. So that speaks a lot. This is the thing. I'm not going to be talking about the gay part. That's his life. Deal with it. My point is this. The point that I'm going to be talking about is now that you are married or you've married a white person, that doesn't guarantee you to start talking negatively about black people, especially you trying to make your partner and their people feel good. But when something wrong happens to you, you'll run to black folks. And I've seen this for the longest time. Some, not all, but some black folks, especially in interracial relationships, they usually tend to, associate much with their wives or their husband's side when they're white and start calling out black people for the things that black people have not done. But most of the time I've seen, for example, Talvin Osborne, he died, right? But when he was alive, it didn't want to support black people. But then the same damn person that he was trying to prevent she was the reason of his downfall. So all this, you see how this all ends. Minister Louis Farrakhan has talked about this. A couple people, black scholars, have talked about shame, how some black people will like to degenerate the names of black people to please the oppressor. How do we call that? We call it the Stockholm syndrome, a situation where a black person, or not even a black person, generally a person, feels like it's right to please the oppressor and do right with the oppressor, while himself is putting himself down. People trying to relate so much with the oppressor. We call it the Stockholm syndrome. This is a perfect example of a Stockholm syndrome added with 2 spoonfuls of self-hatred. And this is something that some years ago, when some black people thought that having white partner makes you feel superior, and that gives you a ticket of talking ill about your fellow black people. I mean, I don't have a problem with interracial marriages, but do not bring down the name of black folks, right? Enjoy your relationship in private. Don't start making black folk feel like they are wrong for the things that they are doing. I'm your host and presenter, G Stories, and as watch these videos, I'm really thinking that it's gonna be so much helpful. So let's watch the video. I'll be back with my commentary as usual. As you know, I'm your host, G Stories. If you're watching us for the first time, consider subscribing to the channel, join the membership, and really get to see what I can offer you. But until then, let's watch the video. I'll be back.
Read more in the history that everything in this country is done because of racism. Everything in this country, every system that was built that's against the progression of American people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, every single system that's put in place in this country that's moving us backward instead of forward is just to keep the black folks out. Black fatigue is us trying to go and strive and thrive in our communities, and each one teach one, go back to our communities and build programs for black people that learn different skill sets, learn different opportunities. The same people that's been disenfranchised, the same people who had their buildings burned down, the same people who had their businesses deconstructed systematically all the way down to the community. These are the same people that we trying to help right now and trying to get them on to the next level. And all y'all talking about is DEI this, DEI that, black fatigue this, black fatigue that. Y'all don't even know what DEI mean. The largest benefactor for the goddamn DEI was white women. Meanwhile, black women have to go, they got to fight tooth and nail, get a double bachelor's, double master's, PhDs. They getting all of these degrees just for them to work under somebody who's mediocre that went to city college just because he's a white man and he benefactor. He's benefiting off of the work that our people put in because his grandparents was already wealthy in this country. All of the redlining, all of the healthy food options. And y'all still can't get it together on that side of America. Matter of fact, you talking about these loud, violent, welfare toting people like that's black people. The largest percentage of people that's on welfare right now is middle of America and white southern states. These are the people that's using up all of our tax dollars, while meanwhile they get to throw that in our faces and act like we the ones that's using up all the tax dollars for welfare. We the ones that's violent. Y'all the ones running up in them schools. Y'all the ones who kids running up in them schools. Y'all the ones who constantly beating down on y'all wives. Y'all the ones that's constantly offing your whole family, putting them out in the Appalachian Mountains. Y'all the ones that's constantly seeing black people thriving, just trying to go to college, graduating from school, and burying them out in the woods somewhere. That's black fatigue. And they're going to plaster it in our face every time. And they're going to make sure that we know that these people are not getting caught or prosecuted for their actions towards our people. whether they police officers or just Appalachian Mountain peoples. They will not be persecuted for the violence done to our people, and we can see it every day. And you love it. And you want to be on that side of history. Black fatigue is me waking up every day in this administration doing something to pull back our history. Make sure that we're not in the history books. Make sure that they're not teaching white American history in a violent way or in a way that paints them out to be the bad guy, paints them out to be evil. Stop trying to act like the victims. You are the oppressors. Stop it. Stop it. Go get some help. Please open up a book. Black fatigue is the fact that I gotta wake up and see that they removing black people from the website of the History of Arlington National Cemetery, which was Freedmen's Village that they took from Robert E. Lee. Do y'all not know the history? Black fatigue is them taking out black artifacts from our museums. Black fatigue is us seeing that the public school system is trying to teach a curriculum that shows our history, and Trump says, oh no, if public schools are showing that, we're cutting their funding for their states. If public colleges are showing that, we're cutting funding. Matter of fact, all of the work that Howard and Harvard University has done to make sure that they have equal opportunity and make sure that they're advancing their people and teaching the history of this country, no, we're gonna cut their funding. He's putting people in place at prestigious universities to review their curriculums. If they have any sort of black history or DEI or wokeism or progressive nature in their curriculum, he's cutting funding. We are tired. We are tired. But the only thing that really pissed me off is not the white people in middle America. It's black people like you. You really, really, really just pissed me off. These people do not love you the way that you... Didn't you get chased out of a Trump MAGA rally? Please, bro. Please. Please. They showed you time and time again, from the Proud Boys to all of these different organizations that's sprouting up every time this administration is around. You, Marvin Gaines, all of y'all, they not letting you in that door. I really hope that you're like the spook who sat by the door or something and you're doing a research project, because I cannot stand to see you on my timeline. And it's not even just you. It's everybody like you. Something does something to me. It just irks me, man. I really wanted to start a video and make some intellectual conversation about the history of black fatigue, but you just exhausted me just now by making this video. I just got fatigued from my mind, body, and spirit just listening to you talk. Oh my God, y'all disgust me. You coons disgust me.
So the real honest to God truth is that nobody wants to live around ratchet black people, not even ratchet black people. Black people do not want to live around ghetto black people, okay? Why do you think that you see all these videos on the internet of them fighting each other? Because they don't even really want to be around each other. They're the ones that are walking around carrying all this energy and all this aggression. That's why they're always fighting each other all the time. That's why you see all of these videos all over social media of them fighting each other all the time. When they all go on the Carnival cruise, the ratchet people and the ghetto people are always fighting each other because they're in groups. And all that anger and all that aggression, they don't have anybody else to take it out on but each other. So yeah, when you're black, like the dirty little secret is that when you're black and you start making a little bit of money, or you start making some money, or start building something for yourself, and you can afford to get away, you get away with it. Like, do you think that Beyonce is living in Section 8? Do you think Michelle Obama is living in Section 8? Like, do you think that Tina knows? Do you think that all of these wealthy and successful and famous black people, even the ones that are trying to be so woke or whatever, do you think they're trying to live around the hood? No, they're trying to live around people that have coins like them. So as soon as black people get a little bit of money or whatever, they're not trying to be in the hood either.
So word on the street is that there's something called black fatigue, and it's being experienced by white people. Well, I just wanted to let all you white people know there is a pill that has been approved by the FDA to solve your black fatigue. It's called 400 Years of Oppression. it will take you back in time where you'll be able to see your 400 years of oppression through hallucinations and all those things that you guys take to bend your mind. Yeah. I don't know if you knew, but there is the pill. The FDA approved it. It's called 400 Years of Oppression. So please go out and buy it.
For all y'all black folk on this app always hooting and hollering about this imaginary cookout that y'all keep on inviting people to, average people is not black. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the serious guy in this situation, but they is about to suspend habeas corpus. So that means that they can just come and detain you and you don't even have to do process the right to defend yourself in the court of law. So when y'all at this imaginary cookout with all these redheads eating all of that damn Irish beer battered fish and whatever the fuck y'all over there eating, when they come and picking people up, who you think they're gonna come pick up? Who you think they picking up? Me or the redheads? You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say I hate to be Mr. Serious, but some of y'all start pissing me off when y'all keep on saying, oh, well, redhead's black, so-and-so black, so-and-so black. I got very much respect for Irish people and their history and their heritage, and I got a lot of respect for Southern Italians and their history and their heritage, but at the end of the day, we is not the same. Stop comparing our struggles as black people and our oppression as black people to other people. We is different. We is not the same. They don't look at us. They don't look at us the same. We don't look the same to them. Stop trying to invite everybody to this imaginary cookout. Y'all sound like some losers. Why do y'all always want white people to be so fucking close to you? You be pissing me off. You sound desperate. All the little TikTok videos, the little jokes was funny or whatever, but every time y'all start to key, y'all start to key another race of people into our spaces that do not belong over here, and they turn on us every single time. The chief of staff, Stephen Miller, went up there and said, we may suspend habeas corpus, and y'all over here keying. You see what I'm saying? I hate to be the mad, angry dude all the time, but y'all don't even be seeing what's going on. Y'all gonna end up in an El Salvadorian prison before y'all ever end up. You think these gingers is gonna let you hide in their basement? Cause they not gonna get detained. Trust me. When those Irish people came over from Ireland to the Americas, they let them in. They gave them farms. We ain't get our 40 acres yet. So I don't think that we got the same experience. That's all I'm saying. They just went and sent a charter plane over to South Africa to bring up some people from who knows what part of Europe, but they participated in apartheid South Africa, and now they're playing victim over in South Africa and saying that their people are being oppressed as white people that went over there for apartheid South Africa. They're flying them in. They don't care if they're from Ireland or the UK or Germany. They don't care. They're white. You're not. Stop doing that.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are clearly doing fine. Right, it's a beautiful Monday, and I'm hoping that you're just waking up, or you're already waking up, you're working, you're probably watching this video. Welcome. Thank you for your time and everything. This is something that I want to talk about, and I think I started talking about it in when the video started. It is not right. It doesn't give you a certificate. It doesn't give you a privilege to come out and talk negatively about black people just because you feel like now you are somehow married to a white person. It gives you proximity to them, and now this makes you try to generate their name. It is not right. Makes sense when some black folks say not all skin folks are kin folks, right? It's not that you look like me now you're gonna be right, you're gonna be the ride or die of the black community. We have some sellouts in the community. We have all of them, and we see them on a daily basis how they sometimes act. And the consistency of such kind of people have been spotted, especially in interracial relationship. And I'm not saying that not all people who, because I know good people that are in interracial relationships, healthy ones, are trying to embracing the black side while also keeping respect to their partners who are not black. I've seen some of them And I've also seen some of them who, because of self-hatred, that's something that pushed them so that they can feel like they are superior, right? This is a topic that it's independent in itself, but again, they could be merged and we can get the intersectionality between the two, where we get to realize a relationship between self-hate and interracial marriages, especially between white and black people. And also, why would you make yourself feel more superior because you are now married to a white person or you've married to a white person? Now, this gives you a certificate of talking negatively towards black people. I mean, come on, we can do better, right? And so it pains me with all the things that black people historically have gone through. I don't know where this type of black people are raised. Are they really raised in the black community? Because they're the same damn people that are pushing the stereotypes of the hood, rich and bougie, all those things that they are saying. Oh, the black communities, black people are so ghetto. I'm like, okay, where did you grow up, brother? That's the question we need to ask you. Why did you grow up? Because if you definitely grew in a black community, that's not something to say. You cannot talk about black fatigue when in the first place you're misusing the meaning of black fatigue. People who are supposed to be talking about black fatigue are black people who recognizes the challenges that they're going through, not a black person who is trying to make, who is going through the Stockholm syndrome, not a black person who doesn't resonate, who doesn't understand the struggles that these communities go through, not a black person who will wake up in the morning because they're married to a white person or they're getting married to a white person. They feel like they have the right to come and talk negatively about his own people, right? That's Judas Iscariot type of shit that you're trying to bring. The black community are people who you are born with a black person. Bro, you are black. You are born with a black person. Brought up with a black person. Eaten with black people. Learned the black culture. But now since you feel like you are taught so much of white history, now you feel like, black people got a problem and I need to address it. You know what? I'm tired of black, how do we call it? I'm tired of, black fatigue. That's how you call it, of which is it's even a wrong definition of black fatigue. I'm tired of black fatigue. You get on the social media, start talking about I'm tired of black fatigue, joining the movement of black folks, of white folks who doesn't even understand the damn meaning of what they're arguing about to begin with. So that's where it gets even more crazy. But that's not my point. I'm not trying to troll anybody. But yeah, this is my point. You as a black person, you need to sit down and understand your history. And this is the point where I'll create the catch. As a black parent who is watching this video, as a black elder person who is watching this video, remember you're well endowed with the black history. Because I think by the right time you're watching this video, you're already a person who is following Afrocentric content. And we need to tell our kids the truth. They deserve the truth. And the truth begins with teaching them that them as black folks, they are great. Their history was great. Their people did great things in history. Starting with science, so that we don't get to have a group of these black people that are spreading self-hate. When a black child watches this person talk about all these crazy things, trust me, that's one thing they're going to be growing with. Having the same self-hatred, not knowing your worth as a black person, right? So I feel like we are really tasked, I'll use the word tasked, we are really tasked with the work of teaching the kids the true history. Because you know very well, the fact that we are having this all Stockholm syndrome, black people walking around with all these things, they are a product of a society that have not taught them the real black history. only if they were taught the black history in the right way, then I believe they'll have something positively to speak highly about themselves and their people. It really pains me a person with a black ass comes in the social media and talks negatively about their people. That really is not a good thing. And I think it is high time we talk about this. I'm your host and presenter of Unique Stories, and I'm hoping to see you on my next video. For those who are watching us for the first time, thank you to the channel. For those who are always coming back watching my videos so that we can get to learn and discuss about all these contemporary things that are happening in the United States, welcome back again. And thank you for your continued support. For those who are sending me super thanks, I'm highly grateful for the support you are giving me. But until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salut.